Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dan Toomey, and joining me tonight will be representatives from the Chalk Repertory Theater here in Los Angeles, talking about their upcoming Flash Festival. Space can affect a story, because in theater, a lot of the times we see not only the characters aren't only interacting with each other, but the spaces around them.
Right.
And how, because I guess that's what Chalk Repertory Theater and this festival is based off of. Just elaborate upon that a little bit, the relationship between character and space, and how what you're doing can drastically change a story.
Yeah, I want to go back to one of the seeds was a production that I actually did before Chalk was even founded, where we staged a play in people's living rooms, and we actually had the audience moving between living rooms and kitchens in the space. So while you're asking a question about what it does to the work, it's also what it does to the audience to be in a different kind of configuration where the lights aren't necessarily going down on you, where you might be sitting on a piece of furniture, like you may be the actor and an audience person is like right here. And what that does in terms of how it changes the way you connect to the work. So it really does, I sometimes say that it almost creates the possibility for a hybrid between film and television, because you're putting people in a real space and they're all in that space together. But then what is required from the actors, nobody's cutting, there's no editing process.
There's no fourth wall
right,
dividing
exactly.
that.
It's all happening in that moment. So they're creating their arcs, and you know, it has a traditional rehearsal process. But I also think it can really break open the work. Especially plays that people are really familiar with, that they've maybe seen a lot of
times. You gotta switch it up a little bit.
Exactly, to put it in a space, in a space that kind of breaks open their notion, can kind of crack open the play thematically as well.
So any I guess most notable plays or stories that you have of like, oh, we did this show in this space that
they all are kind of like that.
Really?
They really do, yeah. So there were a few years ago, we did a production of a play that actually grew out of a Flash Festival play. It was a play called Mommune, and it was about basically a place that mothers who had, in this kind of new world order, digressed in some way, done something wrong, let their kid play alone for too many hours or whatever, and were brought into basically a rehab center for moms. But we performed it at a children's play space in Sherman Oaks. So that people would enter the space and kind of be in this children's play space and be taken in for like a workshop about how to be good parents, but then see behind the scenes what was going on in this, but all in this space that nobody would ever think of as like Handmaid's Tale revisited.